Something like probably don't make that, right? That's probably
you're just entering.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of research into the period, reading Benjamin Woolley's book, The King's Assassin, but also it was being able to embody this young man who has this sense of poise and charisma and this sense that he deserves to accrue all of this power. That's definitely where George kind of sees himself. I mean, maybe not where we meet him, but where he ends up. And it was a fun couple months of prep, and then sort of finding out more about him as we went through the project was such a joy as well. Shooting in palaces and stately homes where George's portrait was on the wall was this kind of really bizarre, surreal experience. 100%. I've sort of spoken on this a few times, but we don't really see Jacobean, the Jacobean era in TV and film a lot. And so it kind of served as an education for me who didn't really know too much about it. We see the Elizabethans and the Edwardians and the Tudors a lot, but I definitely think it will be one of those shows which kind of, toes the line between education and a lot of fun as well. How raunchy it is, maybe. It's very funny. I think we do tread the line between sort of that sort of darkness and dark drama and the comedy of it all. So I think it really has something for everyone in it, which is really exciting. Yeah.
Your Phyllis director said to me, funny, educational, and sexy. I feel like that's the best way to sum this up. Would you agree?
Wow, funny, educational, and yeah, I would. I mean, people are kind of roasting me online from what I've heard, because I pitched the show as dark, sexy sex. So those are three much better adjectives that you provided me with. So thank you. Yes, it's an education. I mean, I think that's one thing we like to sort of pride ourselves on the show is there's a lot of, we try to stick true to the history as much as we can, and life is stranger than fiction in a lot of ways. And the fact that, the Villiers led this incredibly bizarre life. It was just such a joy to be able to portray on screen.
Absolutely, and I think it's obvious for people that have seen it, myself included, to obviously comment on the fact it's incredibly sexy, and that's very much a good thing. But also educational. I feel like the way in which it's going to hopefully educate a lot of people about an important part of our history, particularly seeing a woman leading from the front. That's important, right? Yeah,
exactly. And I think, Jacobean England is also something that we haven't really seen on screen. We've seen a lot of Elizabethan and Tudor, and so I think actually to shine a light on this sort of period of English history that isn't sort of as talked about as much is really exciting. But I agree. I think it's like chock full with education as well.
And also to get to work with somebody like Julianne Moore. I mean, I feel like creative.
She's a great up and coming actress, isn't she?
Directly behind you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure she did appreciate it. No, I mean, we had so much fun. I weirdly, the night before getting the call about this project to meet with Oliver Hermanus, our wonderful director, I was watching one of Julie's movies and thinking, wow, I'd love to work with her one day. That will go on the bucket list for the very, very distant future. And then, as life would have it, we ended up doing this amazing project together. So yeah, I feel it's been an education for me as well, which is exciting.
Nicholas, Galitzine, hello mate.
How you doing?
I'm doing very well, but I can't be doing half as well as you. It's been a mad 12 months since the old red, white and royal blue. How's life changed for you the last few months?
I mean, on the day-to-day, very, very little, but I honestly, I think it's more just, the amazing doors that have kind of opened, I think, because of the movie, and the sort of prospect of future work is really, really exciting. So I'm just kind of bathing in it and enjoying it. Yeah.
I mean, the prospect of current work is pretty exciting as well. You stood less than a stone's throw from Miss Julianne Moore, one of the greatest actresses of the generation. This experience working with her on this brand new saucy little show, which we'll get onto. I mean, that must have had your head spinning as an actor.
I mean, look, she's an icon. I grew up watching all of her movies, but I think, you kind of have to forget all of that when you're on set and build a chemistry between, a mother and a son, and I just feel very lucky to be able to share the screen with her, because you as an up and coming actor, you're trying to absorb as much information as you possibly can, and she's so giving as a performer and as a colleague. So yeah, it's great.
And there's been a real resurgence in recent years of kind of sexy period dramas.
Yeah.
We had The Great, we had Bridgerton.
Yeah.
This has got, I'd say, a lot more bite to it than some that we've seen. Who knew history was this much of a romp?
Yeah, history is sexy. I mean, if I think that is the elevator pitch for the entire project. But yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this particular show. It's based on Meri앤조지. It's this guy's relationship with his mother, how she's trying to kind of push the family forward, push them into quite some dark territory.
Yeah. Well. So the family, the Villiers family, they're kind of on the verge of oblivion. You know, on the verge of becoming impoverished. No sort of prospects. She sees potential in her son and sends him off to France to become this Renaissance man, with the aim of coming back and seducing the King of England, King James. And through that, they accrue all of this power and this wealth and really help, take their family from the verge of oblivion to basically being the most powerful people outside of the king in the royal court. So very Machiavellian, lots of intrigue along the way, lots of sex and fun, and yeah, it was such a blast to shoot.
What do you think your mum's going to think of it? Did it make you second guess your own relationship with her?
My mum isn't probably as conniving as Mary is in this. She's a lot more giving with her affection, thankfully. But no, there's a few scenes that family in general probably shouldn't watch. So yeah, we'll be watching it behind closed eyes.
And finally, doing this and Red, White and Royal Blue, has it given you an expensive taste in a way? I mean, you've been used to the finer things.
I've always had expensive taste. No, I think, well, it's kind of the full perspective in a way, because, they don't come from much in the beginning, and I think the lesson is very much, too much power can corrupt, and so it's kind of a bit of an Icarus story of don't fly too close to the sun, otherwise, you might get burnt.
A little bit of power's okay though.
Yeah, just a smidge.
Just a little bit. Congratulations, man. I've really enjoyed it. I'm sure
man.
other people are going to do it as well. Have a great night.
Thank you. I appreciate you, mate.